Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
This is my Baba. Although she might seem like a typical old, boring, small grandmother, she's so much more. Today, her life is quite tranquil. If anyone gets the chance to meet my grandmother, they would know that she is one of the most fascinating and loving people in the world. When people see this smiling, happy grandmother, it is hard to believe how much she has gone through. She has survived 2 heart attacks, the loss of her long-lived husband, and oh yeah, the Holocaust.
I was born in a city called, at that time when I was born, was called Varashilovgrad. After the war, it changed to Lugansk.
So, you consider yourself Russian, and I think one of the...
Well, I consider myself first Jewish. Russian-born.
Russian-born Jew, yes.
Okay.
But it's more important to be Jewish than
Right.
Russian.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
And even being a citizen of the United States, which I feel I'm an American, but I'm Jewish first.
My grandmother was born May 5th, 1941, in Lugansk, Ukraine. During World War II, many Jews were fleeing to Shanghai, a safe haven for Jews. At the Shanghai ghetto, where most of the Jews headed when heading towards Asia, at the peak there were around 23,000 Jews living in Shanghai itself. In order to get to Shanghai, however, my grandmother first had to go to Vladivostok.
Just walking in the dark, sleeping at night, during the day rather, in barns or wherever, in the fields, wherever we were able to settle down. And so my memories of that walk is having basically always a hand over the children, all the children who were amongst the people who were fleeing. The hands were over the mouth, not to make any noises. And we were always told not to, to be very, very quiet. So I have a memory of that. Yeah. So when we got to Vladivostok, okay, and Vladivostok is the end of Russia to go to get across to the China. My mom said no. Because my mom or somebody else, again with the rumors, it's easier to get papers if you marry somebody who's Polish.
And with that being said, they wander around west until they reach Vienna.
The war was ended and the American soldiers came to the boxcars that I found all the immigrants, they called displaced people. And the doors were open. We were all expecting to be shot again. And I have a vivid memory. I actually can see it even if I close my eyes right now. The soldiers, the MPs, they were different than the regular soldier because there was a military police. They had boots and they were tucked in, their pants were tucked in, and they were there with a grin on their faces and chewing gum.
And with that being said, the soldiers brought my grandmother to Stuttgart, Germany, into a DP camp. This was the first time my grandmother had a house, a community, a Jewish household where she was safe.
In the DP camp, we had school, and we had different teachers. I remember learning Polish, learning Hebrew, and so at that point I did not learn how to speak German until we left the DP camp and moved into Stuttgart. So at that point everybody did the processing of papers, trying to immigrate. I'm not exactly sure what the process was and who they had to go to get the papers, but that's what we were doing. But my mom decided that she's not leaving without any money in her pocket. We are going to move into the city. So we left the DP camp, just my mom, my dad, and myself. Well, my aunt and her family still remained in the DP camp. And through several stages of people, my mom got a letter from her aunt, her uncle's wife, my grandfather's brother's wife, said she's in California and she will help us immigrate to the United States. So my mom decided, that's it, that's where we're going. Coming to Omaha, the people were very, very welcoming. They really were helpful to make me feel better, not as scared, and like more people care. I met my husband, who is a Californian and came from, was stationed in Omaha at the Air Force. And once he finished his tour of duty, we moved to California.
And today, my grandmother has a huge role in the temple and our family. If it wasn't for the Holocaust, I don't know if she would be the same person. But it doesn't matter because she'll always be my loving grandmother.